First off, congratulations to the Florida Panthers on their back-to-back Stanley Cup championship. We live in a day and age where we get to see every mic'd up, hot mic, off ice, intermission, slow-mo, zoomed in version of almost anything these guys do today, including but not limited to the post-game celebrations. Which is seeing now that despite the season being over, playoffs being done, and them being crowned champions, the season isn't quite over. The champagne bottles, the cigars, the beers, the late nights, the early mornings, the Brad Marchand Instagram stories, we're now in the postseason, which I think is interesting. I think now exactly what we're getting to see is what we could have seen every year this trophy's ever been won since the beginning of time. A group of guys committed and steadfast towards this ultimate goal, achieving it, and getting to have both a big sigh of relief and, as we're seeing, the opportunity to let their hair down. As I said, I think this is what you'd expect of championship teams since the beginning of time. It's just now that we get to see it. I think it's getting to a point where we actually don't get to miss anything. The cameras are rolling at all times, highlighting and showing the most, explicit version of what you probably knew was happening anyway. Now look, I've had my fair share of beers. I've experienced both the relief and opportunity to let my hair down and enjoy a win with my teammates, as well as plenty other opportunities to do the exact same thing, not having exactly won a trophy. Now I say this as a retired hockey player who's got to see it, but also as someone who's concerned for who might be seeing this as well. It was the case that when I was growing up through the game, I had little to no understanding of my idol's off-ice behavior. What I would look up to is the hard work, commitment, dedication, and result of what was assumingly hard work and discipline that allowed them to play at the highest level. And so I fear for the kids. I fear for what message is being sent, not shaming these athletes, but maybe assuming the position that we as athletes have a responsibility to set a good example. And so how do we do that when the cameras don't stop? Because it's not just about what I could say, but it's about what I do and what others see me doing. And so I don't have all the answers. In fact, I don't think I have any right now. But what I know and believe to be true is that they who in high school chose sport over the booze, worked hard and disciplined themselves towards goal, and ensured their priorities were set based on what they could and could not do, saw those athletes' greatest success. I commend the likes of a Brad Marchand for his on-ice play. I believe having won the Stanley Cup, he can enjoy the celebrations. But I believe we as leaders, parents, coaches of youth athletes must sit and consider ourselves how we communicate to our kids what they're seeing online in the comedy that is the post hockey season. And so I'll leave the kids with this. Work hard, have fun. The booze, the fun, the partying, the BS will always be there. But the opportunities that you may have or could carve out for yourself if you over-concern yourself with the BS right now, we'll see that those dreams of yours, priorities, man.